I don't think it was you swearing, no. I swear like a sailor on here. I don't think that was it. I don't know what the fuck happened. It literally said something about bullying, and I'm like, what? I honestly think it's because Sophia was being hard on herself about the flowers in that discussion. Well, I've got it going over on the tube too, so we'll see what happens. Hello, Haley. Hi, Miss Linda. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, everyone over here. It says there's one person over on. But nobody said anything yet. Thank you for the heart, me, Haley. Hi, Tara. How are you? Hi, Tweety. Guys, don't forget it's Sunday, so we do week ahead readings. Thank you, Tara. Happy Mother's Day to you, too. And guys, remember, I can't remember if you have kids or not, so I just say Happy Mother's Day to you, too. For the one-on-one ones, yeah. Wait, 5,000, like the paid ones? No, there's 63 for 30 minutes and 111 for 60 minutes. So it's more than 50. Oh, no, you don't have to, because this is a restart. I've already been live. I was live for over an hour earlier. And then I got a restriction. That's why I'm doing this pin instead of what I normally would. Hello, Brenda. How are you? That didn't work. All right, Tara, I got your donation. let me know if you want a question or just general reading. You and Mary. All right. We'll see what's going on with this. See if the friendship can return. First card out is the Magician. The Two of Wands. The Four of Cups. The Star. The Five of Wands. The Tower. The King of Wands. The Devil. The Justice card. The Two of Cups. The Page of Cups. Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So as soon as I saw the Four of Cups combined with the Star, it felt like she needs to be more of a star, like the star of the show. Like she needs more attention. And it was kind of confirmed when the Five of Wands came out next to it. You have a lot of emotion on this table, right? You've got the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups. You have wands, which sort of ignite the fire of emotion, right? The wands and cups kind of compete a little bit, and one tends to make the emotion a little bit tougher, right? I don't think this is over, right? The friendship, but I also don't feel like it's what it needs to be for you or her, right? I feel like the current status of everything, the way that the two of you are as people, it seems like there's a mismatch of energy. But with growth, I feel like you could come back together and be friends again. I'm going to say that maybe not as close or as good a friend as you would hope. I'm not sure that she's ready to grow in the way that she needs to, or sees that she needs to grow, right? Especially with the Devil Justice combination we have over here. The Magician says that you have all the tools you need to make this happen, to make the friendship successful again. I feel like the growth that you need to do in this case, you already know what it is. You already know how to make things work. You already know what things you need to improve within yourself to be a better friend. I do feel like the tension and the fallout really lays at her feet more than yours, right? The Two of Wands coming next with the Magician, that's Spirit asking you to have faith. They want you to understand that this isn't the end. This isn't the end all be all of this situation. There is hope that things can change, but there's work that needs to be done. The Four of Cups, like I said earlier, it feels like she feels like something's missing. Like there's not, it really does feel like she doesn't feel like you were not caring about her the way she needed to be cared about. But when I read the energy of the situation, I feel like you were being quite a genuine friend, and doing what typical friends do. I feel like she got to a point where things felt almost overbearing because she was being neglected in a way. the Four of Cups star, Five of Wands combination really feels like somebody who feels as though they never get to tell their side of the story, or they never get to, use your shoulder to cry on, that they're the one that's always fixing everything. But I don't feel like that was the actual energy of it, just how she felt. With the Tower there, it sort of amplifies the way that things sort of, fell apart. And I feel like that's the Tower. Your friendship physically falling apart is the Tower falling apart, right? It can be rebuilt. That's the thing about the Tower, is you can pick up the pieces and rebuild. But in order to have a strong foundation, you don't want to rebuild. You don't want to be just willy-nilly rebuilding. You're going to have to be very particular about the bricks that you rebuild with, right? That's what Spirit's showing me, is you have to be like very, very meticulous when you're picking the bricks that you rebuild with, even if you're rebuilding on your own and in hopes of them coming back to see what you've rebuilt, right? You have to be meticulous in what you're bringing back in to your life and to the friendship. The King of Wands and Devil combination is interesting, because I feel like you both sort of have the leader potential of the pack, right? Like, you both want to be leaders of the pack, leaders of the friend group. And with the Devil there, I feel like you both feel overshadowed by the other sometimes. That can be fixed, because the Justice card is there, and Justice is asking you both to see that you're both strong and powerful, you're both in control, and you both can help the other just as good as they can help themselves, right? The Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is why I feel like with growth, the right growth, the proper growth, things can come back together very good. But you have to make sure that they build the way that they need to. It feels like she's going to be incredibly stubborn about this whole situation, about her part that she played, about any of the mistakes that she made. I feel like she definitely wants to dump all the responsibility of everything falling apart on you, and I don't think that's fair. And it does feel to me like, especially with the King of Wands here next to the Devil card, the egotistical side of the King of Wands wants to pop out in this situation. And I feel like that's the not taking accountability for the actions, right? You can't force her to grow the way that she needs to. You can't force her to grow the way that you see that she can grow. But I do truly feel like this person was meant to be in your life as a soulmate, right? Like, not necessarily a romantic one, right? We're allowed to have friends who are soulmates, and they are meant to come in and help us grow. And I feel like that is absolutely what the two of you have been doing for each other up until recently. And the thing with soulmates is sometimes you grow apart, right? So I think that's just part of the case right now, is you guys have come to a point where you're growing apart, and we'll see what happens when you grow back together. But I do feel like Spirit wants you to try to rebuild from the Tower moment, from what has happened. And if they come back and be a friend, they come back and be a friend. If they don't, they don't. It's not up to you. But the Page of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like part of the block on the Page of Wands, and part of the shadow question is I'm going to tweak it a little bit, because it says the shadow question is, what would I try if embarrassment wasn't a factor? But I don't feel like this is quite right. I feel like, what would you try if the loss wasn't a factor, right? What would you do if you guys were still friends? I want you to think about that with this card here. I want you to try not to block yourself because of the fear of the loss. And I feel like that's why the Page of Wands is here. The Page of Wands is somebody who's ready to go get them, right? They want to make their life better than they could ever dream of. They know it's a possibility. They're very tenacious when it comes to achieving their dreams. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to have that excitement, the spark of life of the Page of Wands when it comes to rebuilding and trying to heal the loss of this friend, right? I don't think you need to do anything extra. And you don't need to hyper obsess over what happened either. You may never get true, clear answers as to why everything crumbled and fell apart. But just know that you can't hold on to it. You just need to rebuild and see what happens. She's the victim. You're always wrong. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, I know the drama is absolutely very clear here on the table of what she did. And yeah, I know that you are doing all the work. You don't know what she needs and you're trying because she never talks about her stuff. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, I gotta block this stupid. I need to not say the word stupid because guess what? Maybe that's gonna get me blocked again.
I've created a new product called the Happy Tube.
He doesn't seem very happy, honey.
Okay, you're right.
She blamed you and never took accountability. Yeah.
Whoa, sorry, boy.
You've been friends since you were 3. Wow, that's crazy. Well, Tara, the only thing you can do is try to grow, and that's why the soulmate card came out. Obviously, you know, you guys are meant to continue to be friends. But like I said, the way that I read her energy is, you know, you said specifically she doesn't talk about her stuff. Well, maybe she's uncertain of how to talk about it, right? And that's why she feels like she can never get shit off her chest. All right, so we have Rebecca, I got yours, and then Meg, I got 2 for you after that. Rebecca, do you want a week ahead reading or do you have a question? And I'm assuming one of those is for a friend, like you always do. All right, so Tweety, you want a week ahead. Cool, you're up. I don't know, it was on the chair.
Yeah,
All right, Tweety, let's see what your week ahead is going to be. Got Sun card for Monday, the Justice card for Tuesday, Page of Pentacles for Wednesday, the King of Pentacles for Thursday, the 2 of Pentacles for Friday,
I won't keep it longer for buying.
9 of Swords for...
What? I won't keep it longer for buying. What do you mean?
9 of Swords for Saturday, and 6 of Pentacles for Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. You have a lot of abundant energy. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Sun card. Like, this next coming week for you is going to be amazing. Like, absolutely outstanding. The Sun card for tomorrow says there's joy and success ahead, right? And I really do feel like it's success. If you've been working towards something, if you've been hoping for a raise, a promotion, love, whatever it may be, whatever is going to make you most happy right now, right? I feel like you're starting out the week absolutely on the right. It's an amazing way to start the week, right? Sun card, happiness, joy, success. And I don't feel like it just stops at Monday. I feel like it carries out throughout the entire week, right? Don't dim your light at all this week. Don't be ashamed of yourself in any way. Don't talk yourself out of things. Don't mistrust your thoughts and hopes and dreams. Don't be afraid to shine your light, because you absolutely need to shine your light this week. It's going to bring you tons of success, okay? For Tuesday, we have the Justice card, and I feel like that is either something coming to you that has been a long time coming, something that's going to make you feel like you absolutely have justice that you've been seeking, or it is some sort of truth or balance that's being brought into your life. And it feels like it definitely coincides with the Sun card on Monday, right? We want to avoid being hypercritical. We want to avoid being like in your face with anybody when the Justice card, right? We can seek justice. There's nothing wrong with seeking justice, but seek it in the right way. And if it's not like handed to you right now, Spirit's saying, just wait, it's coming, right? If somebody needs karma, they're about to get it. The affirmation on this card that I have written here is, I act with honesty and integrity. And I feel like the way that Monday boosts you up, you're going to feel like you're on top of your game. Like, absolutely nothing can stop you. And I feel like that's why the Justice card is here for Tuesday, because something really is shifting in an incredibly positive way. And it feels like it's in your material world just because you have, what, 4 out of the 7 cards are Pentacles. That's huge. And it feels like growth, because you have the Page of Pentacles for Wednesday and then the King of Pentacles for Thursday. So there's absolutely growth there. It's like you learn something on Wednesday about something in your material world, and then by Thursday you're already implementing it, and you're a rock star, right? Because the Page of Pentacles learns. They're the apprentice. They learn everything they can about how they can be successful materially. They also are somebody who's incredibly, like, they want to learn yoga. They want to learn how to calm themselves. They want to know how to ground into the earth. They're that kind of energy, right? So I feel like it's a very calming, grounded week as well. Not just a boost to your material, but feeling really connected too, right? Don't wait to start anything either, right? Even if you get to tomorrow and there's an opportunity waiting for you, take it then. Don't wait till Wednesday because I said, well, you're going to get an opportunity Wednesday and take it on Wednesday. No, absolutely start it at the beginning of the week if it's handed to you. If it's already been handed to you, expect it to be rocking and rolling by Thursday with the King of Pentacles, right? There is something shifting in your finances, your material world. With the King of Pentacles for Thursday, this is like mastering skills as well as being grounded, being the leader of your life, being a master manifester, right? The shadow question on this one, I love this one. Ask yourself, are you acting like the person you want to become, right? I feel like Spirit really wants you to adopt who you want to become, who you truly are. You know, if you think about manifesting and you think about it in the way of like the quantum, they say that everything's already written for you. Well, that person that you want to be is already written. It's already there. So you just have to become that person, right? And I feel like Spirit really wants you to become who you're meant to be. Friday, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and I don't feel like this is any sort of struggle, right? Where the typical Two of Pentacles would be juggling resources, being uncertain about things. I really do feel like this is the balance of the juggling act, and you finally can juggle. You finally learned how to juggle, and you finally learned how to implement all of the different material things into your life, and you're feeling like things are finally flowing in a really positive direction. The Nine of Swords for Saturday, I feel like it is maybe overwhelm, but in a good way, if you get what that means, right? Like typically that would be stress and anxiety, but I feel like it's overwhelmed because of the good, because of the positive things that have happened. I feel like you can't look back from Saturday and look back on the week and be like, well, that was just shit. It's not going to happen. By the time you hit Saturday, I really do feel like you're going to be overwhelmed with how much actually moved forward in your week, right? So much so that you are able to help others by Sunday, because you do have the Six of Pentacles, which is the generosity card. And I really do feel like it's you being able to support and help others that maybe you've been wanting to do for a while. Like you are finally able to, take your mom to lunch or whatever it may be, right? There's something here where you're able to give back to those who are most meaning to you, right? I feel like allow the sun to shine, allow your light to shine on Monday, and you're not going to stop going up from there. Don't allow the overwhelm on Saturday to kind of, I don't know, squash any of the happiness, because I don't think you need to. I think by Saturday, it may not even be overwhelm. It could just be exhaustion from all the stuff that you've done. Just being like, okay, I'm ready to sit. It's Saturday, it's the weekend finally, right? So it could be that as well. I don't think it's anxiety. It's definitely not stress. I feel like it's either you get a break finally because you've been go 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 all week, or it's because you get a little bit overwhelmed from all of the stuff finally. It's like your ships are coming in, and now you have to figure out where to put everything that you've been manifesting, right? So let's see what all you've said. Hi, Beth. You just changed jobs. It's been going well so far. I think it's going to go even better than what you're expecting, for sure. You want to be your own leader. You're a Leo. Yeah. I get it. You've been on the struggle bus for so long. I think we all have, but I get it. Wow. The last month has been 50 plus hours a week. Sounds like me. I never get a break. Even today. Hi, Dee. Today I did dishes and I cooked myself dinner after I had a migraine that I tried to get rid of all day long. Now my kids are not listening about finishing their chores. All right, Megs. If you said what this was all for, I didn't catch it. I tried to go back, but I didn't see anything that you had said, so. Kim's up first? Okay. You've been like, it's real? Yeah, I feel the energy that I feel in the reading that you just had, more so than just the week ahead, I feel like it's going to carry on, right? Like I said, the star to start, it or the sun, not the star. Sorry, I was looking at the bottom of the deck and the star was there. But the sun to start, I feel like things are just on the up, right? There's no looking back. And I guess the exhaustion card for Saturdays makes sense that, you know, since you're working so much, but it'll all level out and you're going to feel really good. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Either week ahead or whatever the rest of the month looks like, you pick up, or you pick up for her. You're welcome, dear. All right. So first off, I just need to know who I'm reading for first. Kim. Okay. Weight of not yourself but others. Am I doing the right thing? And let's see how you start this week. All right, so we can either do the week ahead or a question. So you want to just see what's going on with whether you're doing the right thing in your life right now. All right, cool. Let's see what Spirit says about the choices you're making. I can tell you this, over on the tube, I look a whole lot better in the same lighting. It's got to be the camera. Because I don't look red over there. Sorry, I was distracted by myself. All right, what does Kim need to know? 3 of Cups, celebration. I feel like you absolutely are making the right choices. Let's get some more cards. The World card, the King of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. These two want to come together. The nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. The Hierophant, the Lovers. These two come together too. The 8 of Cups and 2 of Wands. That's an interesting combination. With the Devil next. The King of Cups. And the 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So above all, Spirit wants you to rest. They want you to rest and really, really, really rest. Not just like, oh, I'll take a nap. They want you to rest and recuperate and really work on the things that have held you back. The 4 of Swords is after the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords is a very difficult card. It's the heartbreak card. It's the one that life feels like it's just shitting on you and falling apart, right? So the 4 of Swords is the opportunity to rest, to put your heart back together, to mend things back up, and to carry on with life, right? We move away from the things that broke our heart. So with the 4 of Swords being on the bottom of the deck, I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on healing and resting. And like I said, it's not just take a nap. It's a real genuine rest where you feel like refreshed and ready for life again. The block on this, the 4 of Swords, is believing that rest equals failure. So if you feel, hi Beth, I was wondering if you were going to go over there. So if you feel that taking a break is going to impede anything at all right now, Spirit wants you to remember that it's okay. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest. It's okay to relax. And that's incredibly important right now. The 3 of Cups, the World card, the King of Wands, all 3 of those cards really, really tell me that you're being like an absolute rock star, but maybe going a little bit overboard. The 3 of Cups is celebration, right? Celebrating ourselves. It is also other people celebrating us. It's getting the support that we need and being the biggest support that we have, right? We're really good at helping see the bigger picture with the three of cups. But the block here is isolation or feeling disconnected. So if you feel disconnected from life, or if you start to feel like you're isolating instead of just resting, that's when you've gone too far. So just keep that in mind. The world and the king of wands, the king of wands is very adamant about chasing dreams. Sometimes he can go overboard. Sometimes he doesn't get the rest that he needs, and I feel like that's why I feel like maybe these first few cards you could be being a rock star but going overboard. The world is a completion that's always, it's still going to be there even if you don't pound the pavement, right? You don't have to push so hard to complete the cycles that are completing in your life. You don't have to push so hard to get to the new beginnings that are coming either. They're all coming in just the right time. So, you ask if you're on the right path. You absolutely are. You don't have to push as hard as you have been, though, is what Spirit's telling you. I feel like because the Two of Pentacles is here is maybe why you feel like you have to push so hard, because the block on the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles shows like struggle, right? We're juggling, we're not certain how to make things happen. Well, the block on the Two of Pentacles is trying to do too much at once, right? So Spirit's absolutely telling you to slow down, that you don't have to do everything right now, that you can take your time to work through things, because the things that you're going to achieve, they're always going to be there, right? They're not going anywhere. You don't have to rush. Even though it would be amazing to achieve your dreams right now, it's not necessary. The success is coming anyways. The Six of Wands is next, and the Six of Wands is success. We don't need to push to get the success. It's already there. The shadow question on the Six of Wands is, do you want success or just validation? So sometimes we strive for something, and then once we get it, it's not fulfilling, because maybe we were just looking for validation rather than the success of what we achieved, right? So the success that is yours, that is meant for you, the happiness, the joy, the things that you truly are aligned with, they're always going to be there. If it starts to feel as though it's not aligned, or maybe it's not what you wanted once you achieve it, then maybe it was something else that you were meant to chase after. The Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords comes next, and I do feel like there's clarity needed in order for you to become the successful version of yourself that you've been trying to become. The Nine of Pentacles is that success. That's the life of luxury you've created because of the hard, diligent work you've done. The Queen of Swords is not going to let any uncertainty get in the way. She's absolutely clear of mind. She cuts through the bullshit. She doesn't take anybody's shit. She just keeps going, right? The Queen of Swords can be a little bit too much. She can be quite the bitch, but you don't want to worry about that right now. Achieving what you need to achieve, what Spirit says is for you, is absolutely more important. However, we don't want to detach emotionally with the Queen of Swords energy. When we I feel like that's part of the main thing that Spirit keeps saying with your reading so far is rest. It's okay, but don't detach, don't pull away, don't shy away, don't close off, right? And if you start feeling like you're backpedaling in that area, don't do that. Success is there, like big success, because you have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles with all of this energy. I think you need to remember you don't have to push so hard to get to that, because it's right at your door. It's like right there. The Hierophant and the Lovers comes next. And I do have to wonder if this has I feel like it's meant to boost you in a positive direction, into an aligned direction. Part of the shadow, or the negative side of the Hierophant, is being stuck in the tradition, right? Like blindly following things that are no longer serving you. Because it's what you've always done, or what has always been comfortable. So with the Hierophant and the Lovers next to each other, I don't think that this actually is talking about love or a relationship. I really do feel like these cards together are talking about something that has fate behind it, that maybe you are following the wrong ideas about. I feel like you see the fate. You know where you're fated to, and I know that, or I feel like you know where to get to it, right? You just don't, you're misguided in how to get there. It's just what it feels like with these two cards. It doesn't feel like a relationship. It feels more like what you've been trying to achieve in life and what path you're on, with the Fate card, the Lovers card. The 8 and the 2 that came up were the most interesting cards, especially because they were followed by the Devil. So it does feel like the fear of making choices with the 8 of Cups, the mistrust within yourself, or the structure you've always been following, is going to lead you to a place where you feel like there's some sort of entrapment. So we've got the Hierophant, where I feel like it's not necessarily about tradition or structure. It's about blindly following things, right? Following things that aren't meant to be followed anymore, because you've grown past those things. The Fate of the Lovers, and then the 8 of Cups is a card that asks you to move away from those things, right? Maybe we hold on to them because we're afraid to move forward. The 8 of Cups is that card, right? We're afraid to take the leap. We're afraid to take the steps. We know that on the other side of things, even if it's just subconsciously, it's for our highest good, and it's going to put us in the absolute best place in life. However, the choice is incredibly difficult, and with the 2 of Wands there, I feel like you fear your own choices because of past systems that you've lived under, right? With the Hierophant here. Don't allow yourself to get trapped in doing things the same old way, right? Just because it's worked before, just because that's what you were taught growing up, just because that's the way it's always been done, doesn't mean it has to continue that way. Because I feel like by not branching out, by not going in a different direction than what has always been, you're going to start feeling trapped in life, and I don't want that for you. You have the King of Cups as the outcome card as the end of the reading, right? So I do feel like that's that nurturing, loving, kind, caring energy of the King of Cups is absolutely there for you. But if you get stuck in this tradition, in the how it's always been done, you might not get to the King of Cups energy, where you feel like you have achieved something incredibly happy and joyous. Maybe that's what Spirit was talking about over here, where you don't have to push so hard. You don't have to keep going at it. Maybe that's the way you have always done it in the past. Maybe you've always pushed when you know you need a break, or you know that you can take a few steps back, you still push anyways. I really do feel like Spirit wants you to focus on slowing down, not stopping, but getting real, genuine rest, and changing up how you maybe achieve or go after what you want to achieve, right? Because I really do feel like there's something there that you feel like, well, it's always been done this way, it's always worked before, that Spirit wants you to change up. Because if you don't, you're going to start feeling trapped rather than feeling emotionally fulfilled, like the King of Cups would. So on these cards that I made, there's power moves on each one of them. And on the King of Cups, Spirit had me write, respond calmly in a triggering situation, right? The block here is suppressing your emotions to appear like you're in control. The shadow question is, what emotion do I believe makes me weak? So I feel like the lesser wanted characteristics of the King of Cups is what could happen if you continue to blindly follow what you've followed before. I feel like they just want you to switch things up and achieve things differently, because yes, tried and true is wonderful, but I think there's something there that they want you to achieve a different way so that you can see that it's quicker or easier or brings more happiness. Nurturing yourself is important too with the King of Cups. Make sure you're nurturing yourself, nurturing your ideas, nurturing your life in general, and I think that things are going to start feeling a lot easier. So let's see if you've said anything. That ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. It's that beautiful Mother's Day glow. Mind blown. You say that's fair. You feel that, Meg said. It's more in a relationship or on a career path. This is on a you path. Spirit says this is on a you path. It's not whether it's about career or relationship. It's about everything, but it's about you. See, I really like this deck I created. It gives some really incredible readings. External influences that affect you as a whole, maybe. Could be that as well, especially with that Hierophant card. You know, it's not just about tradition and the way we were raised with that card. It could be the external factors, what we feel, especially if we were, you know, brought up to be meek a lot. Usually if you were brought up to be like small and not shine your light and do what's right and follow the rules, you know, when you're stifled like that, the Hierophant shows up quite often. So it could be outside influences in any way, especially if you feel like you're going against the grain. You felt it. That's awesome. All right, Megs, it is your turn. Would you like the week ahead or a general reading? All right, so you're filled with anxiety. You want to know if you made the right decision to take action towards a new path. I feel like we've discussed that in readings before about taking that leap, but let's see what Spirit says. You're moving beyond that now. All right. first card out is the Star. The Seven of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. The Knight of Swords. The Four of Cups. The Lovers. The Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. I love that combination of the Knight and the Ace. The Ten of Swords. The Nine of Wands. The King of Swords. The Justice card. The Moon card. And the Devil on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to tell you this. Right off the bat, the only thing I see here is you are absolutely on the right path. You're making the right choices. The only thing that's going to mess this up is you getting in your own way, self-sabotage. And I feel that with the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Devil card. I feel like you can go really, go really far on this path, or you can halt yourself really easily as well if you get in your way, if you get in your own head, especially with the Moon card at the end. But let's start with the Star, because the Star is amazing. Spirit is guiding you. They absolutely guided you in the direction that you chose. You're going into something that is absolutely new territory, but the thing about the Star is it's all laid out. It's all like a pattern that Spirit is laid out for you. They want you to take this step, then this step, then this step, then this step, and you're going to make it. You're going to go in the right direction, right? The block of the Star is losing faith after disappointment. So if you lose faith within yourself, if you lose faith on your path, on what's going on in life, that's what's going to block you from seeing the right direction. So don't lose faith. Don't fear that you're making the wrong choices or the wrong steps or going in the wrong direction, because Spirit's already guiding you. They're already pushing you where you need to go. So trust the path that you're on. The Seven of Pentacles is adding to that, because the Seven of Pentacles is the diligent work, the planting the seeds, tending the garden, weeding everything you need to do, right? We're doing everything we need to do on that path. Spirit's giving you the seeds and you're nurturing them exactly the way you need to. Doubt is the only thing that's going to stop that. The shadow question on the Seven of Pentacles is, am I giving up before the results have time to grow, right? So you're uncertain of the choices that you've made. You're uncertain of the things that you're doing right now in life. You're uncertain of how things are unfolding because it's big, right? It's scary. It's different. But this is Spirit's plan. They've already made it very clear that this is their plan for you. Don't give up before the miracle occurs, right? That's what that shadow question is telling you. Don't give up because you haven't seen any progress on what you're trying to do, right? The Ace of Cups is next, and that is a very fulfilling energy. It's a very happy, joyous energy, right? I have written on there emotional renewal, love, and intuition. And I feel like this is renewal, not just emotional renewal in your life, but the Ace of Cups is really bringing in a new sense of self, a new happiness, joy, right? The Knight of Swords is the one where we don't want to rush anything. So I feel like just like what I said to Kim just now about not rushing, about taking time, about finding the right path and such. We don't want to rush in your case either, right, with the Knight of Swords. But the thing about the Knight of Swords is he's incredibly ambitious, sometimes too ambitious, and that's why he fails too much. But as long as you can keep yourself kind of reined in and be level-headed about your ambition instead of just going after whatever it is that you're going after right now without a plan, then you're going to do incredibly well. Okay? The Knight of Swords doesn't have to be a negative energy. It doesn't have to be a card that says, oh my God, I'm going to fail because I'm rushing. I don't have all the information. No, it doesn't have to be that. The Knight of Swords is also confident. He's confident in the decisions that he makes because he's clear and level-headed when he takes his time. So take your time with things and don't rush, because the Four of Cups is here too. So the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups is an interesting combination because of the fact that the Four of Cups has that don't miss the small things kind of energy to it, right? We get so hyper focused on the wrong things, and that's, goes along with the Knight, right? When he's hyper focused on the wrong things and he just wants to go, 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 he's going to fail. Well, the same kind of energy comes with the Four of Cups. If we don't pay attention to the small details, to what Spirit really truly wants us to see instead of what we want to see, that's when we're going to mess up. That's when we're going to have a misstep because we're not clearly seeing the path anymore, right? The block on the Four of Cups is ignoring opportunities, and I feel like that can absolutely happen, and we don't want to do that. So don't rush anything. Don't be sporadic in any way. Make sure that you have a plan of action before you take steps forward, right? You may be guided by the star, but you still have to have a plan. The Lover's card comes out in your reading too, and it comes in next. And the Knight of Pentacles is next to it. And I feel like that kind of energy, as long as you can sit in the Knight of Pentacles energy, you're not going to fail on anything you're trying to do right now, because I do feel like we have such a big sense of fate with the Lover's card. The Knight of Pentacles has got a plan to achieve that, right? He's always going to achieve the things that he puts his mind to. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't fail. He's got a plan for his backup plan for his backup plan. Sometimes he over prepares. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's a little obsessive, but he does have a ton of discipline. And I do feel like Spirit wants you to be disciplined in the decisions that you're making right now. Have a plan, know the direction you're going, and be disciplined when it comes to things. Don't be chaotic like the Knight of Swords. Be grounded and sure of yourself like the Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles comes next, and that's the reward for you taking control, right? That's the reward for you being strong and persistent within your emotions, within your thoughts, within your knowing of what to do, right? The Ace of Pentacles talks a lot about not waiting for perfect conditions, right? For the block on this card. So we don't want to be sporadic and rush, but we also don't want to sit back and wait either, right? The timing of whatever you're doing, I feel like it's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, and I feel like Spirit wants you to understand that there's no rush, but waiting is not an option either, right? They want you to do it in perfect timing, and I feel like when you really evaluate how you're moving forward and you get that plan of action, you'll know when to make the right moves. So don't rush to get to the right place of knowing when to take action. It's one of the weirdest messages I've ever gotten. The Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands comes next, and the Ten of Swords is that narcissistic energy. But the Tens are also about endings, and I feel like this is an end to some of the harsher things that you've had to go through. Because the Justice card is here as well, the King of Swords. This all here at the end really feels like finally getting answers, things finally moving in a just kind of direction because the Justice card is there. She can't have grapefruit. If you don't like it, I'll eat it.
The spoon fell out.
Thank you. So, the Ten of Swords, we don't want to, if we don't want to sit in the Ten of Swords energy, if we don't want to have to continue to remove the swords from our back or try to heal through the narcissism, right? If we want to negate the Ten of Swords energy, we want to accept what is over. And I feel like you've done pretty well accepting what is over in your life, but there are some times where, you know, you might backpedal and wonder what if. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure we don't do that. And by being persistent, like the Nine of Wands would be, you know, the Nine of Wands isn't always about stubborn cycles coming back over and over again that we have to break. It is sometimes about being persistent and having endurance to get through what we need to get through. Keep pushing yourself to not tick back in time and start blaming yourself over the Ten of Swords issues that you've faced. The King of Swords, I feel like, is here because they want you to take charge. They want you to master your mind. It's not necessarily, you know, the King of Swords sometimes represents like a lawyer, a judge, a doctor, somebody of authority. I really feel like they want you to take charge of your own thoughts right now. And know that you can be clear and level-headed and logical about any situation that you're faced. The Justice card and the Moon card, to wrap up this reading at the end, I really feel like it's the fairness finally showing up in a way that you're not expecting, because the Moon card, right? The Moon is like things that are hidden. Either we're hiding things from ourselves, but the illusion of the Moon is, it's not that, it's an illusion. And I feel like the justice that comes to you is just going to seem a little different rather than what you were completely expecting. But I feel like it's going to feel very much like an accomplishment, and that may be why it feels different, because I don't think you expected the justice that's ahead to feel like an accomplishment to yourself. And I think it's going to be almost like a shock to the system how much you feel accomplished, because you made it through a lot of shit that made it to you getting that justice, right? All in all, I feel like Spirit just wants you to slow down enough to see when you need to make moves. And not be sporadic in your movements. Be very determined, like the Knight of Pentacles would be. The power move on that card is complete a task even when you don't feel motivated. And that one is difficult for a lot of people, but the motivation comes from the achievements of achieving things, right? Your middle name is Star. It's the only one I can figure is what I said. It's very similar to as hellish as life has been. You knew how to operate in it. Yeah, and this is new. Yeah, it's so weird how that happens, right? Where you get so used to the crap, you get used to just operating in it, and when you're free from it, it feels like the operating system needs a reboot because it's not running properly anymore. You, sir, she loves you so much. You're funny. Your ambition before you had survival behind it. It's the need for success to get ahead. Absolutely. Now your ambition is solely based on how motivated you are to build a strong foundation for life now. You have a plan for a plan for a plan. Good. So keep doing what you've been doing and trusting the universe. Absolutely. Just a second. I can't. Purchasing a home, but you feel like when you move with your kids, it has to be perfect. Yeah, but perfectionism is something that we can't, we can't always be perfect. So you have to remember that too. And you are a good mom. Self-sabotage, yeah. You'll get through it. Alright, give me a second. Can't I see your donation? Give me a second, okay? I don't know how to mute the microphone on here.
Something bad.
Okay.
The card question.
It's a what?
Card question.
Okay, but I had a question about this.
Oh, I was using it to sharpen my lip liners. You can check me, I have nothing on me.
Okay. What's a card question that you had?
About
What are you cutting off of that?
the neck.
Why?
Because it's too itchy.
Isn't that your brother's shirt?
No, Grandpa got it for me for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
How am I gonna be on my EOG tomorrow? I'm really scared about that.
You have the world card. You'll get it done. The world card is completion of a cycle, so I feel like that's telling you that you're gonna do just fine. And
yeah, you're gonna do like average, I'm pretty sure. Cause then you could you'll be passing to go on to high school. Can I ask a number question? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I mean,
I know what those numbers stand for.
you have to know what they stand for.
She does.
No, on the EOG, 1, 2, 3, or 5. I meant forgot 4.
Okay, I was gonna get a die and roll the die and see what number it lands on.
What happens if it's 6? That means
Then it's
unknown.
even better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Unless
100.
Luna dropped all my die on the floor thing.
We're gonna do for the math, because I know I'm gonna do really good for the reading. And then we're gonna ask for the reading. What am I?
Oh,
What
there's another one.
number?
Which one do you want?
I've just never had a science
Uh,
teacher, so I'm
The
scared.
bigger one. What numbers am I going to get on my math EOG on Wednesday?
4.
Okay, that's better than I thought. What numbers will I get on my reading EOG on Tuesday?
2.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. I swear to God, it's 2 again.
Wait.
Oh my God! That's not. Roll it again.
You can't.
3.
Is that better for the universe? It's gonna give you a 3 instead. Did you wash those black sweatpants?
Back to your funny. We
Ew, I
can't
was
be
like,
perfect.
Night ones and
Nonsense.
the.
Her fuzzy's in the dryer now.
No.
She already has it? Oh, it was supposed to get washed again because you're
No, it
trying to
did.
bring that stinky thing
It
to
did.
school.
He took it out and then ran it with the dryer.
Okay.
I think. He should have.
Alright. I love you girls. Good night. Alright, Kent, it's your turn. Did you want a week ahead or do you have a question or just you want general?
feels so much better. It's looser now, and it's not that itchy. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. It's the black sweatpants. Fun, comfy.
General. All right, perfect. Can you turn that light on over there? That's what's wrong. Thank you. And hand me that.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Can you, there might be something in there you can take.
Maybe something right here.
You can't. Listen to me. You are on meds that are not good to have grapefruit with.
It smells so good though.
I get that, and I'm sorry, but it will make your meds overpowered and make you really sick.
How about I only take half of it? Whatever. Wait, where? Oh, here?
Do I be? Yep, I do, absolutely. It's in the blink in my Lio. What?
Does my hair look good? Something to do.
It does. I was gonna see if I could get my hair a little bit straighter with that thing, but I didn't. I ended up asking you to use it earlier because I had such bad headache.
The brush dryer thing?
Yeah, no, your brush thing. I was gonna see how it did on my hair. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Just take one of the big ones and one of the little ones. Because you had stuff in there. I took everything out and then grabbed that. And I already had it
Yeah, there's two more ones
locked
in here,
back
too.
up.
I'll put one in separate. Because there's not one.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, Beth. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
That was so weird. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember how to make you a mod.
Mom.
What, honey?
I don't know, like my heart sank for a second. I wasn't understanding why. And then I turn over to you and all I see is like something move really quickly.
That didn't work. Going to your page. I don't know how to do it. Settings, maybe? I'm going to have to figure out how to do it, Beth. Grapefruit is reactive to a lot of things. And she loves it too, and I bought a huge jar of it.
Now I can't eat it.
And now she can't eat it. Luckily, I can still eat it, so it doesn't have to go to waste. Alright, Kent, let's see what's going on in your life. We have the Three of Swords jumping out, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Lovers, the Emperor, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, that one was upside down, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, which is a 5, the Six of Cups, and the Moon on the bottom of the deck. So, technically, you've got 3 5s. The 5s. Always with the damn 5s. Alright. Three of Swords coming out of the deck. I feel like Spirit wants you to pay attention to past hurts, because I feel like something is maybe going to start poking its head back in. Not that you're about to be heartbroken or anything else. Literally, it feels like something is going to trigger you in a way that you just start remembering things. And, you know, especially, I mean, maybe even Mother's Day today might have been a difficult day for you, right? Maybe. But maybe there are some other specific dates that are coming up, and Spirit doesn't want you to fall back into the trap of being sad or full of grief. And I wonder if that's why the 5s are here as well. Even though you didn't get the 5 of Cups, you do have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. We'll get to those, but I feel like with the 3 of Swords jumping out of the deck when I was shuffling, it is an indication that something may come up where you feel a little extra and you're like, well, why is that even bothering me today? Or why is this even, like it doesn't feel like it would normally bother you, but then all of a sudden it does, right? The 10 of Cups being the first card out is such a boost, right? Like it feels very much like this is about life starting to feel fulfilling, starting to really feel like things are going in your favor. Did you I've been live. Oh, not you. Did you see the video that I tagged you in earlier? Because as soon as I saw it, I thought of you, and I was like, man, I bet you that would help him with the way things seem to be unfolding in your legal battles. But the 10 of Cups coming out, I love that for you. We just have to, on this card, the block is the fear that happiness won't last. We have to remember that happiness is always there. Life is what you make it, right? That's what they always say, but it's true. Life really is what you make it. When you focus on the negative, you're just going to create more negative. When you focus on the positive, that's what your brain is going to seek out. So try to remind yourself constantly to focus on the positive. Be one of those delusionally happy people that you just want to smack sometimes because they're like so happy. It's like, what do they have to be happy about? They just have life. They're happy because they're alive, right? And wouldn't it be wonderful if we could all be delusionally happy without the help of fungus or something of that nature? But I feel like with the 10 of Cups, they really want you to remember that the happiness isn't going anywhere. You okay? I know. I heard the wheels and then felt the thud. The eight of Pentacles comes next. So I do feel like there's diligent work ahead. And I know that you are quite the workaholic sometimes, but this feels extra. Again, I always get that you're going to take on more and more and more. This feels like you've made the right connections, because as soon as I grabbed this card, they brought me to what you have been saying about, finding a family in the church that you've been attending and things of that nature, right? This really feels like, especially with that 10 of Cups, it feels like something big is coming from this, especially with the Ace of Wands next. I think you're in the right place at the right time finally with something you've done there, or with people you've met from there, or they've sparked ideas or sparked creativity in some way. Because I feel like this new side of you, aside from like the workaholic crap that you always do to yourself, there's something else. It really does feel like the opportunities are going to start really flowing in with the Ace of Wands here. We don't want to, I love the blocks that Spirit had me write on these. Like the Ace of Wands is, we don't want to wait for motivation, which sucks, because we all get into the mindset that we have to be motivated to do things. But usually it's like what I just said in the last reading. The motivation comes from doing things, from the dopamine that we get from achieving things, right? And the Ace of Wands is about achieving our dreams. It's about taking on life and taking life by the balls and going for it, right? I feel like with the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands starting out your reading, something big is shifting. It really does feel like opportunity's knocking. If it hasn't knocked yet, it's about to. The 9 of Wands, I really do feel like, is the persistence, the endurance, not anything other than that. And in the past, every time I've gotten the 9 of Wands for you, it felt like the same old bullshit coming over and over and over again, because it hadn't been resolved and it hadn't been dealt with. Now it feels resolved. It feels like you get to be resilient instead of enduring the bullshit over and over, right? The Lovers next to the Emperor. As soon as I put this down, I was reminded of what you said yesterday about a past prince, right? And I was like, I wonder if this is something to do with future or past or both, right? Because it does feel like this feels like love. Out of all the readings I've done today or since I've made this deck, this right here, this combination really does feel like love that has meant to be there, that has meant to be strong, that has meant to, last a lifetime. This Lovers Emperor combination really feels like love for you, Kent. And the Three of Wands is next, so it does seem like it's going to take a minute for it to develop or turn into something, but I like this for you. I really do. And I want to be incredibly excited for you, but I'll just remain optimistic that this is what Spirit wants you to see with these cards, because it does feels absolutely incredible what energy I'm getting from the Emperor and the Lover's card. It doesn't mean that this is the person that you were talking about before, but it's just what was brought up to me, that maybe somebody else from your past or this other specific person from your past lives has been brought back into your life for a very specific reason. Just have faith that you're on the right path, that your ships are coming in, and be prepared for the success that's coming in. Don't get impatient with the Three of Wands. That's the block on the Three of Wands. You want your ships to come in. You want, Spirit to bless you. You can't be impatient with how long it's going to take. And that's one of the things that people tend to forget, that they know what's coming in. They want it now, right? And sometimes we can't demand things from Spirit. Sometimes we can. Sometimes we can tell Spirit to get their ass in gear and give us the things that we deserve. But other times Spirit just wants us to go with the flow. And this really feels like a go with the flow kind of energy. The Queen of Swords is next, and I really feel like this is the wisdom rather than anything else, right? The wisdom to know what is right, the path that you're on. And I feel like this wisdom here is because the fives are next. So it's the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is choices, decisions, right? And I really do feel like it is about the choices. But I feel like the Queen of Swords is how you're going to approach these fives, because they do keep peeking back in, popping back up in your life, and it does seem like they seem more like an annoying fly than anything else. But you do need to use your discernment, like the Queen of Swords would, when it comes to maybe the mental chatter or the stubbornness of the Five of Pentacles, right? So just be aware that if you start getting stuck in your head with the Five of Swords, or you start getting into the stubbornness of the Five of Pentacles, be the Queen of Swords. Cut your own bullshit out, right? The Seven of Cups is the choices that you're going to be faced. And I feel like being faced with the choices is what has got you wanting to get stuck in the fives again, okay? The Hierophant comes next, and that's the other five that you had on the table. And the Hierophant, I really do feel like this is the resistance to change that's going to come up. It feels like, because it's next to the Six of Cups, that it is the patterns that you've the tried and true, like I was just telling Megs and Kim about how the Hierophant sometimes is a scary energy, because we've always done things one way, and this is learning a new skill, learning a new way of doing things, and not resisting that change. And if you resist, you're going to get stuck in the past. You're going to get stuck and block a lot of things. With the Moon on the bottom of the deck, I do feel like there is some sort of illusion you're breaking through, because it's on the bottom, right? If it was in the reading, it could be your own disillusionment, but I feel like you're breaking through some of the illusions around you and finding the truth, especially if you adopt the Queen of Swords energy. Did I tell you that yesterday? I told somebody to adopt the Queen of Swords energy, and I never tell anybody to be the Queen of Swords, but right now it's time for you to be the Queen of Swords and find the truths of your situations, Kent, because there's something there that needs to shift a little bit or a lot, but there's a structure, a tradition, some way of doing something that you've been doing for quite some time that needs to change, so you don't get stuck. Other than that, like I said, I feel like this Lovers Emperor combination is absolutely the opportunity for something romantic to come in. Let's see what all you've said. Maybe somebody you're helping now, your dragon brother. Stay open. You did a bay leaf, or you did the bay leaf or brown candle and calendula. Fake it till you make it, man. Absolutely. You guys see happy now. You don't let your emotions get you down. Good. Coffee balls. I know you love that church, and I feel like your energy is expanded so much ever since you started going there. Because your new futon sucked. You have an opportunity in your crawl space. I think you need to go for it, as far as the lawsuit goes. B, I think you're next. I always pause the chat when I do readings and then read through the comments after. So I see the donation. There's a couple of them up there. All right. B, I got yours. And then I've got one for Brenda. Okay, so B, yes, you are next. And then Brenda. You have to do some digging, but directed is better than protector. A weird dog fight just broke out. Maybe that's the 5 energy. I'm not sure, Amethyst. It's weird because Kent just got a bunch of 5s in his reading. What else was going on at that time? Because I'm hearing that the dog fight was a distraction. All right, B, do you have a question or do you want a general reading? You were petting them and painting? Tap the 3 dots after your name. I don't see 3 dots after your name. All right, something there, to be honest. Whatever Spirit wants you to know. Now, really, okay. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. So just whatever in general comes up, we got it. So you already have the Ace of Wands that came out of the deck. But let's see what else Spirit has for you. Nine of Cups, that's a beautiful way to start this reading. The Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. You have 3 knights. The Death card, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All right, I'm going to tell you this. You are the only person that can stop you from doing anything right now. You have such positive energy on this, in this reading, even with the Ten of Swords, even with the Five of Swords on the bottom, the Death card even. The Death card is just about transformation. With the Ace of Wands jumping out, I'm going to start there. The Ace of Wands is Spirit wanting you to chase your dreams. If you're afraid to chase your dreams, or you feel like it's not the right time, or you feel like your dreams are silly, get after them. It's not time to doubt yourself at all. It's not time to doubt the energy at all right now. With the Ace of Wands jumping out, it's about the newness of what life has to offer you right now, especially with the Nine of Cups coming out next, because the Nine of Cups is a very fulfilling card. It's your hopes and wishes and dreams coming true. You have to not block yourself by not believing that you deserve the happiness. You know, the block here with the Nine of Cups is believing that the fulfillment that is for you is for somebody else, or the happiness that is for you is for somebody else. The success is for somebody else, right? You have to believe that you deserve what it is that's coming in, and you've manifested the happiness, the joy, the success that's coming in. You've made the wish and made it happen, okay? With the Ace of Wands jumping out and then me choosing the Nine of Cups first, this is Spirit saying, hey, there's a big opportunity for you to manifest whatever it is that you've been most passionate about manifesting. Don't hold yourself back right now. It's not time for you to delay. It's not time for you to sit back and relax. And it's absolutely not time for you to doubt that you have power to do this right now. The Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles is a really big indication that something in your material world is about to expand greatly. The Page of Pentacles is the apprentice. They want to learn everything that they can about life and how they can become successful and how they can be happy, right? The Ten of Pentacles is the legacy card. That is long-term success. That is not just your success, but you building something so that the rest of your generations can be successful as well. Those two cards together, after the two cards that I just read, are saying that Spirit has such high hopes for you, and they are guiding you in an incredible direction right now. Like I said, the only thing I see here that's going to stop you right now from being incredibly successful is you and your own self-doubt and your own self-sabotage. The Two of Cups comes next, and if this isn't about love, this absolutely is about fate and where Spirit wants to lead you, okay? The Two of Cups is usually the soulmate card, but when we're not talking in terms of love, we are talking in terms of fate, and this is absolute fate for you right now. There's the block on this card. I wrote fear of vulnerability or unhealthy attachments. And I feel like it's the fear of vulnerability that's going to block you from whatever fate Spirit has in store for you right now. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to accept the things that are coming in either. Sometimes we block our manifestations. We can want them so badly that it drives us mad. but then we block it because we feel like it's not for us, right? If you doubt that something is for you, then it's not going to be for you. Even if spirit throws it at you and you still doubt it, it's not going to be for you. It's going to end up leaving. And that's why the Knight of Swords is here. Like I said, you have 3 knights, but the first one that came out was the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is very sporadic. He has no plan. He just wants to get up and go, go, go. He fails almost all of the time. Like 99.9% of the time, the Knight of Swords is going to fail because he is so ambitious. He doesn't slow down to formulate a plan. You have 2 cards right next to each other because the Eight of Wands is here as well that talk about very swift action. The Eight of Wands is a little more successful in the swift action because the Knight of Cups comes next. However, we have to deal with this Knight of Swords energy. We can't be reckless right now. You can't be reckless. You can't have a, you can't not have a plan. You have to make sure that you have a plan. You have to make sure you know where you're going. If you rush anything right now, it's going to be a failure. Don't rush. Know that you're already on the path of fate. Trust the things that are coming in. Don't doubt either. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is going to doubt like everything. If they can't make logical sense out of something, especially when it comes in a very like woo-woo way, they're going to doubt it and they're going to push it away. So don't doubt anything either, especially yourself. Like I said, the Eight of Wands comes next, and the Eight of Wands is a card of movement, of momentum, of getting things going. And the Eight of Wands, when that card shows up, I always like to read the next card with it to see what we're headed towards. So like if your Eight of Wands was before the Knight of Swords, I'd give you a bigger warning about the spontaneity, right? But right now, it's moving towards the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. It's like the rescue type energy. It's not necessarily a person coming into your life. It could absolutely be spirit saving the day, you saving the day. It's just that sweep you off your feet, happiness, joyous kind of energy that's coming in. The affirmation that I have on this card, Spirit's drawing me to for you, and it's I pursue truth, not fantasy. So don't get stuck in the dream, right? I know that there are dreams and things coming in for you with the Ace of Wands coming out, jumping out of the deck, but don't get stuck in like the La La Land part of dreams, right? We can chase dreams. We can be totally ambitious towards our goals, but we don't want to romanticize things and put ourselves in a difficult place. That's when we backpedal into the Knight of Swords energy. We want to continue on in the Knight of Cups energy and into the Knight of Pentacles energy, and we will get there. But we do have the Ten of Swords next. So I'm going to tell you this. If this is a person that's coming into your life, like say even if you're not single, if you're single, not single, whatever the case may be, this doesn't have to be a romantic connection. This could be somebody coming in. But with this Knight of Cups next to the Ten of Swords, this combination of cards is telling you that this Knight of Cups, if it is a person, is wearing a mask. Somebody that you cannot trust. No matter how much they pull the wool over your eyes, you cannot trust this person, okay? And if you've already got somebody in your life that's very narcissistic, just know that because the Knight of Pentacles is next, you're going to one up them. You're going to get rid of that energy. It's not going to be a factor in what happens in the future, right? So the Knight of Cups with the Ten of Swords is somebody who's very egotistical, somebody who is likes to gaslight and gaslighting. Love bomb. It was the word I was looking for. Somebody who would love bomb you and things of that nature, right? To make you really feel confident in their love for you, and it's all just a game. But with the Knight of Pentacles there, the Knight of Pentacles doesn't fail. He's very, very over prepared for every situation that's going to happen in life. So Spirit really wants you to focus on that, okay? Yes, this Knight of Cups can be like the rescue energy, but with the combination of the Ten of Swords, just be aware that if somebody comes into your life and it seems too good to be true, it probably is at this point. Focus on the Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't fail. He achieves his dreams. He goes after what he wants. He manifests the hell out of what he needs, and he's very confident in what he does. And he does it in a very grounded, non-chaotic kind of way. He's very slow. Very, very slow in his actions. He's the slowest knight, but he's going to make things happen. And he's always going to be successful. So you've got like up and down, like success back and forth in this reading, and self-doubt is going to get in the way, and trusting the wrong people is going to get in the way. However, with the transformation at the end of this reading, the Death card and the Six of Cups is next. Transforming who you used to be into who you get to become and who you are meant to become is what happens once you understand that you are in control, that you don't have to fall victim to a narcissist, that you don't have to get stuck in your own head, that you don't have to get in your own way. You're growing past that with the Death and Rebirth card. You get to transform into this beautiful person who no longer gets stuck, no longer gets the wool pulled over their eyes, no longer has to feel like they are an idiot for making the wrong choices, right? The Six of Cups says that your past is in the past. We don't have to relive it, right? The block on this card is living in the past and allowing yourself to get stuck there. So remember that you're transforming into somebody who doesn't do that, that you're not going to get stuck there. The Five of Swords being on the bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords is, I like to call it the mind fuck card, only because the words and actions of other people tend to get under our skin and into our brain, right? We start to hyper focus on the thoughts of other people, the words of other people, their opinions of us. We start to believe the negative thoughts, especially if we're already dealing with a narcissist with the Ten of Swords. The Five of Swords is going to be us sabotaging ourselves, being mean to ourselves because of the words of other people. That's the underlying energy. It's on the bottom of the deck, so it is an indication from Spirit that it's something you can grow through, that you don't have to be stuck there, you know. The power move on this card is to refuse unnecessary arguments. You know, if somebody comes to you and they just want to argue for no reason, don't entertain it. And that's going to help you step out of any sort of mentality where you feel like you deserve some of the shit that other people do. All in all, I think this is a very positive reading, as long as you stay out of your own way and not allow anybody to get in your way either. Let's see if you've said anything. They want to renew your car's warranty. That's funny. A lot of narcissists in your family. Oh, you're dealing with taking care of your grandmother. She's 95. You were in the hospital with her last night. Oh, man. Well, I feel like the support that you're going to learn, the things that you're going to learn, do everything you can to learn, even if your grandmother's not in the clearest of her, you know, faculties or whatever. Have the conversations, do the talking, do whatever you can to learn from her. I feel like it'll help. And if she's not able to communicate or however it may be right now, just know that you're supporting her and it's helping you along the right. 33.3 thousand on the lights, just I looked up. Your aunt called her and asked her what's wrong. She ignores you. Oh. Alright, Beth. You know, crying over peanut butter is ridiculous.
Hey, I'm enjoying myself in my despair. Maybe.
Oh, is that so?
No, I really want a peanut butter right now. Like, if I had a choice to spend my entire life with you or a jar of peanut butter right now, I would take you. But I'd be really upset that I didn't get peanut butter.
Alright, Beth, I figured it out. I had to do it on the computer, not the tablet. You're welcome, B. Alright, Brenda. Are we doing a week ahead or a general reading? Or a question? Whatever Spirit wants me to know. Perfect.
No, I would make peanut butter.
What?
Say if I had peanuts right now, I'd make homemade peanut butter, and then I went, oh, I call Looney Goober all the time, and that's a peanut. I think I want that. What? What are you doing, bud? Making a nice bowl.
Alright, Brenda. 8 of Swords. Judgment. 4 of Wands. The Fool. The 3 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The 8 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. The Star. The Queen of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. We have 3 8s. 8s are good though. Like, you really do want the 8s. And the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. 8s are about abundance. So I like that. And they're almost exactly spaced out. The first one, the last one, and almost the middle one. So I do sort of wonder, with the 8 of Swords and the Judgment cards being the very first ones, if you feel powerless in a situation. Because, you know, the 8 of Swords, that's the mental prison card where we are restricting ourselves. We're putting ourselves, you know, it's the card of illusion. We're putting ourselves in a difficult place because we either refuse to see what is actually happening or we want to be stuck in the illusion. The shadow question on the 8 of Swords is what limiting belief, what limit exists only because I believe it does. And then the Judgment card is what calling are you pretending not to hear? So I do wonder if there's something you're ignoring or not exactly hearing clearly from Spirit. And I think I had that in your last one as well, your last reading, about maybe not hearing something as clearly as you had hoped. But I feel like part of this is not needing to have the clarity before you take action. And that's why Spirit's like, are you ignoring what we're asking you to do with the Judgment card? The power move on the Eight of Swords is do one thing that fear has stopped you from. And I feel like taking the leap, because you do have the Fool. It's not exactly the next card, but the Four of Wands and then the Fool. And I feel like taking that leap, the leap of faith that is so difficult for so many people to take, is going to get you out of feeling stuck. Obviously, you know, taking a leap is going to get you unstuck, but the unguided leap, right, where we feel like we're either not supported or we don't know the answers or we don't know what the steps to take, and we just take the leap, Spirit's already given you the information that you need. They've already given you the foundation as well, because the Four of Wands is there. I feel like you are making more progress than you give yourself credit for as well when it comes to hearing Spirit and trusting your gifts. And I know it's difficult when you're not quite certain that what you're hearing is what Spirit wants you to do. But sometimes you just have to take that leap and try and see what happens. The Fool, I like that it's here, but are you afraid of jumping because you're afraid of what's going to happen, because you think it's going to be the wrong move? The thing about this right now, Spirit's making me feel, is it doesn't matter what move you make. It doesn't matter what you leap after. Even if you just leap blindly, you're still moving, and that's what Spirit wants you to do right now. They want you to take that leap unguided, without knowing what the consequences are, what the outcome will be, what even you're leaping towards. They want you to just take a leap right now. I feel like without that, you're going to remain stuck in the Eight of Swords energy, and you're going to continue to block yourself from the healing that needs to happen, the growth that needs to happen, the happiness that can come in, because you do have this Three of Swords next after the Fool, and that does show me that Spirit's saying, hey, if you continue to stay stuck, it's going to be more and more painful, because you're not meant to stay where you're stuck right now. You're not meant to stay. You're meant to take a leap. It's the same message I've been getting all night for all of you, is this same old, same old. Are we staying where we aren't meant to stay because it's what we've been accustomed to? It's what we've become used to in the routine, because we got to not do that. The Ten of Pentacles is next. So Spirit is saying there's something big here. The Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Like, there's all the rest of the cards are incredible. Like, there's so much momentum, so much happiness, so much success. Everything here says, boom, as soon as you take that leap, there's money, there's time, there's love, there's alignment, there's guidance, feeling confident within yourself. Like, there's so much if you just close your eyes and jump. Because I feel like right now you're really stopping yourself from moving forward, because I feel like you need this itinerary of, okay, do this, 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 and this, and then you get this. And that's not how Spirit works all the time. Sometimes you have to just blindly leap in order for the blessings to come in. The Ten of Pentacles is incredible, but you block it by only focusing on the short term. You want the long-term success, the legacy, the money of the Ten of Pentacles. You can't think small. You have to think big. You have to think bigger than you've ever thought before. You have to ask bigger. You have to do bigger. Like, it took a really long time for some of my clients to figure out that they were not asking big enough when they're trying to manifest. And I feel like that's the humbleness that we have been taught as like the older generations, right? We've all been taught to be humble and not ask for too much, but Spirit is absolutely encouraging all of us to go for gold. Go for the biggest thing ever, right? The 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups energy together, it's absolutely, it's stellar is what they said to me. It's like stellar. I'm like, stellar? Yeah, stellar. They're like, it's absolutely chef's kiss is what they want you to feel with the 10 of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups absolutely can be a relationship, but I don't feel like it has to be that. It can be, but I feel like it's more you finally get to feel good because you've put yourself in a place of happiness and joy and feeling aligned with life. The Eight of Wands says this can move incredibly quickly once you take that leap. The Seven of Pentacles says that you're on the right path. The Three of Cups is the celebration. Like I said, as soon as you take that leap, all of these cards line up to be so incredibly spectacular. Like the Queen of Wands, she is magnetic, is what I am being drawn to on this one, right? You get to have that magnetic energy, that magnetic aura where things just seem to work out for you. The confidence that you're seeking is coming. The confidence, the happiness, the success, the joy. I think it's going to take some work, mostly, mindset work, but even the eights are telling you that there is abundance here. I feel like breaking free from the old patterns, the old things, the tried and trues is what's going to help you most, because the Nine of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. And we want to remember to break the repeating patterns, to get out of that stuckness that we've been in. I know you don't want to hear it, but Spirit literally is just like, just leap. And I know you need the itinerary and the structure, but they're saying you can't live your life like that always. Right now, they need you to leap so that you can see and have the confidence within yourself, right? It's all going to come from there. You will see that you made the right choice, i.e. giving you the confidence to make more choices like that, giving you the success, giving you the happiness, giving you the joy. It all comes from taking the leap and not putting yourself in a halted state. All right. Yeah, not at all. I don't have video evidence of it or anything. Shush.
Excuse me?
I said shush.
Oh, I thought you said good.
You can leap. All right, good. You think about leaping towards a volunteer job? That's awesome. It's your all-time favorite job. You do have a problem with confidence in yourself. Hi, Miss Honey. Wait, where did I get restricted, Beth? I don't know. She says, oh no, you got restricted. I got restricted earlier. I don't have a restriction on here anywhere, right? I figured out how to make you a moderator over on the tube. It's you and your other personality. What? I don't know. I think Beth's just being silly over there. She's over on the other account. It blacks out my whole screen over here on TikTok, so I would know over here if I got one. Hi.
Look.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're over on there on your phone? Oh, it does say there's 4 people over there. One of them is me, one of them is Beth, one of them is you, apparently. I might be 2 of them. I don't know if it counts the one on the computer and the one on the tablet. It's under the same account, so I don't know. It's been a while since I've done anything over there. Yeah, I know it's delayed for sure. I can see it. I've got both of them pulled up on my tablet. Plus, it's on my computer right now. But yeah, Beth, that's what I needed to do was go on my computer and hit the 3 dots next to your name because it's over there, not here. I don't know how to make myself a moderator on my own tablet, but that's okay. I know Jeff's been a moderator on that account for 8 years, probably. Well, the 10 of cups just fell out. I'll take that. Talk about multitasking. You know, it's funny. I used to when I had like an office job, right? Like everybody would come to me and give me all the crazy contracts to work on and clients to work with because my brain would thrive on chaos, and that's what I would tell people all the time, and it still does. I think it's probably an autistic trait where my brain just thrives on chaos. That's why I have so many kids. Yeah. You should have seen me when the older kids were little. I definitely multitasked well then. Have one baby on each hip, cooking, chasing after the other one, trying to figure out what Jonathan wanted. He's playing his game the whole time. Did I have a nice Mother's Day? I did my own dishes and cooked my own dinner. You can picture all that in your head. I gotta figure out what to do for Mr. Grumpy Butt for his birthday. I bet you he'd be super happy if I got him a jar of peanut butter. Your son cooked for you? That was nice of him. questions. Oh, we can pin messages over here. Did that work? It did. There we go. Did you remember to turn the air off?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know if you did or not. Lucky you. No cooking or dishes. Yeah, I had an idea for dinner. I wanted breakfast for dinner, but I didn't want, actually I did want pancakes, and then I didn't make pancakes because pancakes are a pain in the butt and they take forever. And now I wish I would have made pancakes. But I made breakfast, but like breakfast burritos. And I think I just ruined it because I put the, I don't know, the tortillas I got were not the same ones I normally get. So they didn't taste the greatest. Beth, I wonder if that's going to stay the whole time because I pinned it. Man, I wish they did that on TikTok. I've got both of these running. I've got the Tube and TikTok. Well, I pinned a comment over on the Tube, and it's just staying up there. On TikTok, if you pin it, it stays for 60 seconds, and then it goes away. Oh, it's about time you remembered. Do you know what tomorrow is? It's his birthday. You know, you have a handy dandy calendar in your phone. How much stuff did you get done this weekend? Everything? Good job. I knew you would. Right. As soon as they unlock it for you, you'll get through that and you won't have anything to worry about.
Go bother people about camping down.
May the 11th? Yeah. He's turning 41. He's such a baby. Back in the day when I turned 41. Yeah, I think I remember we talked about this last year. Brenda, one of my moderators, her husband who passed, his birthday was tomorrow too. I washed bowls. They were in the fridge, like I kept saying, and nobody went into the fridge and got them out. The bowls.
I didn't know they were in the fridge.
I kept saying they're in the fridge. They were because they were holding food that was leftovers from last week. I need to buy some more bowls.
Actual big bowls.
Every time I go to the Dollar Tree, I think I should get some, but I don't like any of the ones that they have right now, so I'm waiting for a different design. I don't want more plastic ones.
Got all of it caught up. There's like the final exam thing that I still need to do, but that's in sync with everyone else, so that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
It cussed you instead? Oh man, I'm so sorry. I feel like, yesterday Spirit just wanted you to focus on not focusing on it if they didn't show and still having a good time. A day late. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Literally, my son just now told me Happy Mother's Day, and it's 10:30, so he totally spaced on it all day, which is fine. He forgets everything.
Never had a chance. I mean, I did have some outside of comments. Okay,
Yeah, your son is something else, but I feel like as he grows and gets older, the more he'll realize what an ass he was. And I know that doesn't help in the moment, but he's not always going to be this tough. Oh, you're not a pest. We love you in here. You can always come in, even if you just sit and don't even talk. You just sit and relax and listen. Annette, you want to know if Tony's alone? Did you say no?
I said, hey,
Oh. Oh, King of Hearts. Hold on. Three of Hearts. I think he's alone. I think you have nothing to worry about with the King of Hearts, Three of Hearts situation. This is you celebrating because he's being a decent person. So I do know that if I am live over on the tube, however many hours I'm live, however many people are in there watching it the whole time, that's so many hours that go towards. So say there's 4 people in there right now and you're all watching for 3 hours. That's 12 hours towards my 1,000 hours or whatever I need to get monetized. 5,000 hours or whatever it is. So I need to start turning it on every single time I'm live over here. Now that I figured out how to have both of them up on my screen and I can see the questions in the chat, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Plus it looks better on that side. I can't believe how much better this webcam looks than my phone camera. I thought my phone camera was pretty good. But apparently my webcam's better. You can see all my wrinkles over there. Oh, there's my sweetest of sweet husband talking to me on the tube of you. Yeah, basically that's all we ever use. And hi, Ashley. That's all we ever used in the house is we like seriously. I pay for Hulu and HBO and all that other stuff, and we literally watch the tube all day long. There's like a few shows we pay for the other services for. Don't lie about you like that. What? Did I call you a lovely husband? That's no lie. Oh, I got double fives. Imagine that, more fives. You don't think he unblocked you? Did you try sending a message on your regular phone number? Oh, and it's still undelivered. Well, if it's delivered, doesn't that mean he got it? That means you're not blocked, right? John, you better not let my husband see you talking to me like that. You keep finding nickels everywhere? Absolutely. It's messages from Spirit. Like all over your house. You know, I moved into a house one time that had nickels in every single windowsill. I was like, oh.
Who's John and what's he saying?
It's on the other one.
On YouTube?
No, not on that one. It's on this one, TikTok.
What's he saying?
He just said, hi, my love. I'm like, don't let my husband see you talking like that. I don't even know who this guy is.
Yes, I'm looking for
That's Beth, by the way. The trap toy. Okay. Ashley, John, do you have money?
Huh?
Ashley says, John, you have money?
If you have money, I'm okay.
Shush. Lindsay, damn it, I spit my Pepsi. That's what he just said. He says, if he's got money, I'm available too. Another moderator just handled this. Okay. You guess you'll wait for him to text you. Yeah, I don't think you're blocked. If it says delivered, it went through. Yeah, that was spilled earlier. Hold on. I thought you were a moderator over here too. You're not. You must have made a different account, honey. There. I thought he was a moderator. When your daughter blocked you, the message said deliver, but she never got it. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, Elon Musk is back. Elon, are you back to pay everybody's rent? Ashley, look, Elon Musk is back. He must have made a new account. I don't know if you were still listening or not. You, because you used to be a moderator on my page. I just had to make you one again.
On YouTube?
Yeah. You were since the very beginning of it.
Oh, same account. It might be because I'm in a modded app.
Oh, maybe. Oh, it says you're a moderator on there now. It's not. You had to have turned the fan on instead of turning everything off.
Yeah, I'm sure the fan's on.
Can you turn it off?
And then once he gets out of my way. And then once he gets out of my way.
Ashley, will Darren text this week? 10 of diamonds. Yes. 10 of diamonds is a yes, but don't let him borrow any money. Chester's trying to go out, just so you know. He's good. He can go out. You don't have any to borrow? Well, that's good. I'm glad he never asked for it. Maybe he'll have money for you then with the 10 of diamonds. So the usual gibberish, Beth. You're so mean. The usual gibberish. Usual peanut gallery. He used to give you some, though? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Endless loop. Keep forgetting to minimize over there. Oh, is her cat still being a pain? Like I said, I'm pretty sure your cats are gonna start to get along. It's just gonna take some time. I can hear myself in the bedroom. You're zombified? Yeah, I get that. So quiet in here now. That's where I keep all the ghosts, honey. It's like Ghostbusters in there. That's where the what is that thing the Ghostbusters use called? I can hear you talking in there. Where else am I going to keep them? They like to hang out in there and play poker in the middle of the night. I think I'm gonna keep the one that I used to dye my hair this color all the time. It's like I don't remember what it's like a midnight blue color. But I like the way it looks, especially with the gray that I've got going on. All that's natural. I just got a 7, honey. And another 7. Want to play some dice? 11. Oh, I lost one of the die. Love you. Good night. It's been a long time since I've been live over there, too.
It's like $140 hat
Really?
that we destroyed.
Let's destroy it.
I gotta press it,
I have a steamer.
get over here. So I need a armor to form it.
Doesn't even fit you. Wouldn't even fit Luna. It don't fit you.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It would totally fit Luna. Like my head's all white.
It's still too small. It looks ridiculous.
It's a fedora. They always look ridiculous.
No, they don't. That ain't gonna fit me.
Good day, ladies. Me lady.
Thought you were going to bed.
Oh, I almost said something bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I was coming to give you a kiss for Mother's Day.
No bed. This is more fun. Don't lick me.
Oh, you look at it. Looks cute on you.
No, it does not.
That was that black thing you had?
What?
That and the black thing you had? Boy, you look so annoyed at everything all the time.
He thinks Do not give me that cat. He didn't have a clean his butt yet. He just blew
I'm
up
not
the
putting
whole
it.
litter box.
Say hello, world.
He was just on here
Say
last
hello.
night
Say
saying hi to
hello, world.
everybody.
Right there, right there. Oh, yeah, right there. You see him?
Get the cat away from me.
Okay. Go clean your butt. You stink. You smell like doo-doo. You smell like poo-poo, boy. He's genuinely offended at me for that. Don't get offended.
Beth says, hi, Void.
That's my little gremlin. Well, goblin. He's a gremlin goblin.
Jeez, honey. Sound just like your cat did
That
2
was the
minutes
cat.
ago. Uh-huh.
I swear it's not because I squatted down. It's meant the cat. Because he asked for tummy rubs. If you want tummy rubs, you gotta come to Rome. Not here. Love you.
Love you.
I still taste your forehead.
Yeah, I'm sure. How's the weather here? You're having thunderstorms in Texas? Thunderstorms would be nice. We need rain so bad in North Carolina. All right, Beth, week ahead. It was about 90 today. After it being like 65, 70 at most yesterday. Why am I looking all crazy? Because I don't know if you can hear me. You said you're going to turn it down so I have more view time, which I appreciate, but you know. No, I was reading something. All right, Beth. Oh, did you see I moved your grandson's candle so that you can see it? High of 60 tomorrow. That'd be nice. All right. Monday, 8 of Cups. Tuesday, King of Pentacles. Wednesday, Knight of Pentacles. Thursday, Ace of Cups. Friday, 5 of Wands. Saturday, 2 of Cups. Sunday, 10 of Cups. Look at that. Even with the 8 of Cups and 5 of Wands on this table, I feel like you're going to have a spectacular week. Like, beyond good. And it's about fucking time because you've had some stressful times lately. And as soon as I laid down the 8 of Cups and then got the King of Pentacles, I'm like, oh, whatever she's leaving behind on Monday is absolutely bringing her something fucking spectacular on Tuesday. 8 of Cups. That's that I must make a choice myself and leave it behind for my highest good energy, right? The block here is staying emotionally attached to what no longer serves you. I think in your last reading you had this as well. Is that the one I sent you? It is the one I sent you. In the moderator chat, I sent you the spell that goes along with this card. And I feel like, especially if you actually plan on performing that spell, do it tomorrow. First thing in the morning, because by Tuesday, boom, something big is coming in because you got the King of Pentacles, then the Knight of Pentacles. Like, that is no fail energy for those 2 days. Then you get the Ace of Cups. Even with the 5 of Wands, there may be some tension, but I think Friday will be all right. The weekend is going to be spectacular. But to have the 8 of Cups, and I literally just sent you the 8 of Cups spell in the moderator chat, there's something behind it. Do that spell. It's the thing about these cards is I made sure that you didn't really need anything for the spells, right? It's basically a spoken spell. You do the little bit of work that it asks you to do. You make a decision to move ahead towards your highest good. Say the little spoken spell, and bing, bang, boom, you got something fucking incredible for Tuesday and Wednesday because you have the King and the Knight, right? So, groundedness, connection, mastery, discipline, reliability, all words for these cards, right? No fail kind of energy. The King isn't going to fail just as much as the Knight's not going to fail. The Knight is over prepares for everything, and I feel like whatever you're preparing for, it's bringing you emotional stability by Thursday because the Ace of Cups is there. The Ace of Cups isn't always about emotion. It is about your intuition and your gifts as well. I feel like Spirit wants me to tell you the block on all of these cards. So the block on the 8, we already said, is staying attached to what no longer serves you. The block on the King of Pentacles is fear of too much responsibility or the misuse of power. Not necessarily fearing the misuse of power, but in your being as a human misusing power. The block to the Knight of Pentacles is the impatience of the progress, right? We get impatient because things are taking a while. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow energy, but for the best reasons. He's not going to fail, and he's going to bring you something for really freaking good. The block on the Ace of Cups is fear of vulnerability. I feel like if you adopt any of these blocks, it's going to feed this Five of Wands, and we don't want to do that because, you know, when we feed the chaos, that's what is on the Five of Wands, is feeding chaos, right? When we feed into the chaos, it fuels the Five of Wands energy, where that chaos is just going to continue build and build and build. The thing with the Five of Wands, you can't do anything about the chaos, but it's not your monkeys, not your circus. You don't have to bring it into your life. You can completely ignore it, right? You don't have to stoke the fire, so to speak, when it comes to the chaos on Friday. You can step away from it and say, that's not me, that's not mine, I'm not carrying that. And I feel like by doing that, and you stay vigilant about stepping out of whatever's blocking you from these other energies, you're going to get something absolutely spectacular this weekend. You know, you've got the material fulfillment in the middle of the week, and then you have the emotional fulfillment at the end of the week. You know, you've got Four Cups cards here, so you have a lot of emotion on the table for the week as is. But with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups for this upcoming weekend, something big is happening that's going to make you feel like it really feels like the happiness, the joy, the success, everything you've been maybe this close to obtaining in the last, let's say, year, right? Where you have seen the happiness, you've seen the joy, you've seen it start to roll in, and then all of a sudden something blocks it. We're not blocking it anymore. I feel like that's why the Five of Wands is there for Friday, because Spirit wants you to acknowledge the chaos and acknowledge that you're not feeding the chaos any longer, that you're not allowing it to be part of your life any longer, and be proud of that. And then you get the stability and the emotional fulfillment, the happiness, the joy. Something about fate is happening in this next weekend that's going to make you incredibly happy. You know, the power moves on the Two Cups cards here at the end. The Two of Cups, the power move there is reach out to someone. And then the power move on the Ten of Cups is reach out and tell someone you love them and appreciate them. So by connecting with others and letting them know how they make you feel and how much you appreciate them, it will absolutely help you in this next weekend. The fears, the blocks on the Two Cups cards at the end of the week. The Two of Cups is the fear of vulnerability or unhealthy attachments. And then the block on the Ten of Cups is the fear that the happiness won't last or that it's not meant for you. I feel like it's interesting that Spirit wants me to bring up the blocks, because I think that's what you most need to work through, is what blocks what you see as possibilities, right? Because I know that you know abundance is available. I know that you know that love is there. And I know that you understand that you can get out of your own way, but sometimes it's nice to see how we're blocking it, how we're standing in our own way, right? I feel like when I look at these cards, Spirit really wants me to reiterate what the Knight of Pentacles was, and that's the impatience. So don't get stuck being impatient. Don't get mad because of the slow progress. Accept it and understand that it's for your highest good. All in all, it's going to be an incredible week. Incredible for your material world and your emotional world. And I feel like Friday might feel a little difficult if you try to take it on. If you understand that you move past it and you don't entertain the monkeys, then you'll be just fine. You're good at ignoring the circus. Yeah. Jonathan, you're not going to fall asleep out there, are you? I can hear him rocking himself. think he's gonna fall asleep out there.
Huh?
I think he's gonna fall asleep out there.
Yeah, I've got it. You'll learn.
Yeah. Keep hearing him rock.
Apparently the best birthday present in the world might happen tomorrow.
Yeah, I know somebody was just telling me that they're already going through them in Texas right now. How do you book a mini reading?
Oh, what did I do?
There's a blink in my Lio.
Okay.
You're welcome. Hello, how are you? Carmen, will Tito be reaching out soon? 7 of spades, no. And I feel like it's for your highest good. The 7 of spades is not somebody you want in your life. They're the liar, the thief, the cheat. It's 11/11, guys. Go ahead and make a wish. Even if it's not 11/11 for you, it is for me. Go ahead and use that energy. Jerry, you want to know if you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. Wild card. The only thing that's going to make you stay alone for the rest of your life is if you make the conscious decision to stay alone. Hello, Beth. Welcome back to the dark side, I guess. To the sales side. I don't even like scrolling over here anymore. Like, all it is people trying to sell stuff. And I get it. Make the money, get paid, but like, I want to see people's content. That's why I follow people, is to watch their content. It is really different over there. It is 11:15. I'm surprised you said 11:15. You almost always use military time. Like reply to specific your iPad standard. Okay. Like like you at people over here, mention people over here on TikTok. You can't figure out how to do that on the tube. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know. I can remove comments. Jeff did too, but you couldn't back. I'll have to ask him how he did it. Maybe when you're typing, if you just hit the @ hold on. No, I don't think that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it to work over there. There's a learning curve. It's been so long since I've done anything on there, and I've never gone live on the Bookface or on IG, so I have no idea how either of those work. But I know that I can stream on all of them from my computer except for TikTok. I have to use my phone. I mean, I can use the computer, but only TikTok if I use the computer. It doesn't allow me to multi-stream to TikTok. Is it? Yeah, I barely have ever. I've scrolled through a couple of the videos they have over there, but I don't even watch shorts over on the tube. So, like, I literally use it on my TV. This is the only place I doom scroll. And I don't even do that anymore. Yeah, I don't even get that anymore. Like, I used to actually have like a pretty good algorithm over here of things I actually would sit and watch and interact with, and now it's just all crap. I don't know if it's because I took that break because I was sick and then I was working, and now TikTok doesn't know what I want to watch anymore or what, but it's just horrid ever since I came back. Yeah. And it's really sad too. Like I said, I have a free sample I still haven't made a video for because I can't bring myself to make the video. Like, I was super excited to get it too because it's like that pagan newspaper that they have. And I was super excited to get the free sample, and now I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even gotten it out of the package because I don't want to make another video where I'm telling people to go buy something. I don't get paid for the crap anyways. But I feel like that's why creators that sell things who used to do well on TikTok no longer do well, is because TikTok has their own shop and they don't let you sell things like what I do, like readings and stuff. So oh, my money candle just burnt out. Beth, did you hear me about the candle I moved to your grandson so you can see it tonight? He's got a pink one now because that's all I had left. It still has the same intentions. Wow. All right, Brenda, good night. I think I'm going to call it at 11:30 if nobody else comes in and wants a reading. I really wish I would have started earlier, but I just could not get rid of that headache, and it's starting to come back now. Your vertigo's horrible. Oh. Yeah, I freaking hate vertigo. The one week last year that I had it, I thought I was going to go insane. I was definitely grateful for Phoebe and the tricks she taught me because it's the only thing that got rid of it. It didn't do anything. Yeah, Jeff thought I was crazy, looking one way and throwing myself down on the bed. Then look the other way, throw myself down on the bed. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's supposed to help with this dizziness." It's so weird. I wish I could get video of what I'm seeing right now. Like, I see myself in real time here, and then it goes to the TikTok that I've got on the tablet, and then it goes over to the tube that I've got on the tablet, and it's like dink, dink, dink. So what I'm seeing is like it's just strange to see all three of me doing different things. Yeah, I know. I deal with POTS too. It's funny because I finally got Isabella to trust me with compression socks, and she's like, "Wow, those really help." I'm like, "Yeah." All right, post it one more time, see if anybody bites. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a car when I had the super extreme vertigo I had last, but I can imagine. I don't know, I've never been like that dizzy after drinking anyways, so I don't know. Probably be worse than what I expect. You're getting sleep tonight? It's alright, Beth. You got a break over on the other one. You didn't have to. It's still up there. I like that. I'm like, cool. All you have to do is just change it out with another one when you're ready to change it with something. Otherwise, just keep it up there. So I think I'm going to do a poll for what I should name this new deck, because I can't decide on what I want to name it. Right now I have it on the videos posted as like the Make It Happen Tarot, but I'm like, I don't know if I like that. The Get It Done Tarot. I don't know. The Take Action Tarot. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to come up with a couple names and put up a poll. Do I get a like count on YouTube? I don't think so. I don't know what what all happens over there. I know you guys get badges. Like right now, you're #1 top fan. Jeff's #2. So you guys get badges for interacting. But I have no idea if I get likes or anything over there, or a like count. I know I can hit like the like or whatever, and they show up in the video, but I don't know if, yeah, I know. I just don't know if it counts for anything. But anyways, guys, don't forget to call your power back. I'm going to get some rest. I don't know exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I know I have to go live for a little while tomorrow, but like I said, it's Jeff's birthday, so I don't know what we are planning to do, if anything. But I will be back at some point tomorrow. I love you all. Good night and sweet dreams.